What's up, YouTube world? Hollywood here. On today's episode of Hollywood's Historical Ancestor Sunday, Queen Elizabeth I Tudor. Elizabeth was born in 1533 in Greenwich, England. She is the middle of Henry VIII's 3 children. She is the Protestant daughter of her infamous Protestant mother, Anne Boleyn, who was beheaded by her father. She became Queen of England after the deaths of both her younger brother and her older sister, and she ruled for about 45 years. She is the niece of spouse of third cousin 17 times removed. Here's how. Elizabeth Tudor was the daughter of Henry Tudor and Anne Boleyn. His father was Henry Tudor and Elizabeth York, and his daughter was Margaret Tudor. She was married to James Stuart, and his father was James Stuart, and he was married to Margaret Oldenburg, and his father was James Stuart, who was married to Mary Guelders, and his father was James Stuart, who was married to Joan Beaufort, and his father was Robert Stuart, who was married to Annabella Drummond. Their daughter was Margaret Stuart, who was married to Archibald Douglas. Their daughter Margaret Douglas was married to William Sinclair. Their daughter Margaret Sinclair was married to Walter Ogilvie. Their son James Ogilvie was married to Margaret Inez, and their daughter Elizabeth Ogilvie was married to John Grant, and their son John Grant was married to, and their son John Grant was married to Marjorie Wilson, and their son John Grant was married to Christian Rose, and their son William Grant was married to Janet Rose, and their son John Grant was married to Hester Foote, and their son William Grant was married to Margaret White, and their son William Grant was married to Mary Morris, and their son Alexander Grant was married to Susanna Morris, and their daughter Margaret Grant was married to James Morgan, and their son Perminter Morgan was married to Charity Young, and their son Elijah Morgan was married to Nancy Smathers, and their son Jephthah Morgan was married to Laura Robinson, and their daughter Lillian Morgan was married to William Harris, and their daughter Margaret Harris was married to Frank Berkshire, and they were my dad's parents. That's it for today's show. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Be sure to leave me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, and subscribe.